Yo, 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 what's going on, y'all? Purified Hustle, back here with another banger. It's your boy Ike Ude. Uh, Here to give you another spiel. Told you I'm going to be popping up and appearing out here a little bit more often. I know y'all don't hear my voice too much, so that's going to change. We're going to keep this flowing, keep this going. Man, I watched Sinners over the weekend, and when I first watched the movie, during the movie, I hated it. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Um, I thought it was going to be more just like a Key and Peele vibe, like really makes you think kind of movie, which it was, but it was also like a horror film, not necessarily like a jump scare kind of thing, but it was a horror film to say the least. And man, I left the theater in shambles. I was in shambles the whole movie because like I wasn't ready. So honestly, it's funny. Like the first day after watching the movie, I hated the movie. And just the more I've been thinking about it, the more I've been watching other people break it down, I've just like started to like it more. I'm over here trying to kill a mosquito while I'm talking to y'all. And if it was a central theme I really wanted to bring up about the movie, which is also very prominent, like a prominent genre theme that I have to implement into my life. And that, like, you know how like when it's just weird how movies and stuff are created at the exact same time when specific things that the movie talks about should be also be implemented into your life. It's like when you go to church and the priest today just so happens to preach about like the exact issues that are going on in your life. That's kind of like what happened with Sinners, because there's a lot of powerful takeaways and things that you could get from the movie if you are there to receive that. And this theme for me is like boundaries, and like creating boundaries, and like making your boundaries sacred, just like showing yourself self-love and self-respect. Like you have to also like respect your own boundaries so that other people know to respect them and other people will respect them. In Sinners, one of the main things was if you're in a house or in your own humble abode, the threat in the movie can't get to you if you're in your humble abode unless you accept the invitation, or unless you allow it to enter your home. And we all have different peoples in our lives that we know time and time again just don't respect boundaries. And for me, a central theme that I really received from the movie is just being firm with my boundaries. And I've had to do that with certain people who time and time again just haven't respected them. And yeah, you can't let the devil in your home. You cannot let the devil in your home. And if you accept the invite and you allow it into your home, then you can't be surprised when long-term things start going wrong. So if you are at a certain phase of your life, you are excelling, you are prioritizing like what you need to focus on, and if there's certain people that you know that don't respect that, and there are certain people in your life that through past experiences have shown you, even if you forgive them, even when things reset, that long term, the more you stay around them, these ugly traits will start to rear their head. There has to be a point where you just make a cutoff. And I'm not usually the one that blocks people. I'm not usually the one that like just completely cancels people out. I give people a lot of opportunities and a lot of chances to change and forget, and like I forgive and stuff like that. And with some people, this is just not a beneficial thing to do. It's not a profitable experience for you to continuously baby them. If their parents didn't do that for them, I'm sorry. If they can't do that for themselves, I'm sorry, but some of these people in life are energy vampires. They're not the vampires from Sinners, but they take on a very similar trait or role. And it doesn't always have to be based off of past experience. I mean, a lot of you are intuitive enough. A lot of you can just feel when someone gets around you that, hey, if I spend a lot of time with this person, like, things most likely aren't going to go well for me. And that is your innate intuition. Like, maybe you feel like you can express yourself when you're around this person. Maybe, like, just all those small little things are big indicators for you to set boundaries and to get away, like, just get away from the situation. I used to be the person to try to sit around, change people, to try to sit around, like, work with bullshit. Like, people are handing me shit and I'm trying to turn the shit into gold. And you just need to get away from that. You just need to continue to make the gold for yourself, continue to prioritize yourself and your goals, and you really need to just stay in the scope of people that support that. And it doesn't always have to be like a comfortable experience for you to want to be around someone. There are people who make you feel uncomfortable in ways that can make you better. Like, you might have a friend that when you go out with them, they're like perhaps more social than you are, and they continuously put you in situations where you might have to speak up or something like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm talking about, like, when you are feeling drained, like, emotionally, when you are feeling like there's nothing that you can do, when you're feeling like you can explain yourself around this person, when you are feeling like you're not being heard around this person, when you are feeling like this person likes to just push their motives on you, when, like, stuff like that, you just need to get away from that. There's people who will try to leech onto you. There's people who are no good that will try to befriend all your friends and do all this weird kind of leechy shit. And it's just like, bro, screw off. Like, just screw off. I had a situation like this, and I didn't tell the person to screw off. I'm not usually one to just not give people more chances and just block them, and I usually don't just block them, but blocking this person was the best thing I could have done. I don't want to argue. I don't want to go back and forth. I'm more grown. Like, I might have had an extensive childhood with the person and they think they know me, but it's been years. I've grown up. When I was younger, perhaps I didn't respect my boundaries, but now I do. So it's like, get blocked. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, y'all, if you haven't, I didn't give too many Sinners spoilers away, just so that if you are to go and watch it, it is your own experience. But the little subliminal overarching theme is that you do not invite the devil into your house, or you do not accept invitations, or you do not allow the devil into your house when it asks. You set your boundaries, you say no when you have to, and you prioritize what you need to do. You prioritize what your day is going to be about. You create that, you write it down, and when those vampires try to get in the way of that, you tell them no, and you stay away from them. It's not always worth the fight. It's really not always worth the fight. It's just not worth the fight if you don't have to fight. I'm not scared of fighting, but I'm not going to put myself in situations where there is a high chance of that happening. especially if they're not paying, especially if it's not a prize fight. Like, you're not worth it. Be gone. With that being said, y'all, Pure Fight Hustle, Ike Ude, your boy, here with another banger. Go and watch Sinners. Respect your boundaries, create your boundaries, and when people aren't respecting them, block them.